Era of Dueling Minisode 3. ANEX is beginning. Phoenix University, Pendulum Dimension.
Hey guys.
Oh.
How's it going this fine
Text to
morning?
speech.
Pretty damn swell if you'd ask me. But the bigger question is, are you nervous for your evaluation duel?
Wait, Navy's having an evaluation duel? Why did no one tell me about this?
We
Because
like
you
to leave you in
didn't
the
read
dark.
any messages in the group chat because you were out pranking people.
It's a good
Again.
reason.
Guys, as fun as
Again.
it is to bicker amongst ourselves, this is a big moment for Navy here. This decides if our fucking best friend can finally become a Magician's Purple after being a Stardust Blue for years.
That is true.
Heck
This
yeah.
duel will decide if Navy will stop having to walk all the way from the Stardust Blue dorm to the Magician's Purple one. This'll be a piece of cake for you, Navy. We all know how good you are.
I wouldn't be so absolutely certain of that. Did you not see who she's facing for this evaluation duel? That David Talk prick.
Oh come on
Oh,
Elias,
boy.
you know how Taki likes to roll during duels. He will probably be too busy gawking at his own reflection to even pay attention to the duel if we're keeping it 100% honest here.
Possibly,
Still,
yeah.
it's probably not a good idea to underestimate David. He may be so full of himself that Narcissus would be jealous of him, but his skills as a duelist are great enough that he can back up that confidence.
Yeah.
Do you have a solid plan against him, Navy?
I do, actually. I know what all his deck can do, and as long as I can anticipate what he wants to do, I'm sure I can plan ahead far enough for me to be able to land the win. My deck can go in just about any direction and move into any game plan after all.
And there's the
Attention
bell.
all students of Phoenix University. Please head to the dueling arena immediately. The graduation duels begin in 30 minutes. I repeat. Attention all students of Phoenix University. Please head to the dueling arena immediately. The graduation duels begin in 30 minutes.
Well then let's not waste any more time. We'll be cheering for you, Navy.
Kick David Talk's ass, Navy.
So David Talk can graduate, but if we're graduating engaged in Magician's Purple, we're not going to be in there for very long. Says here the dorm colors again, though, considering... I remember that was like a part of Season 1, which ultimately meant absolutely nothing when you think about it. But hey, now we can use it in our own dueling a bit. So that's cool. Gonna get used to the text of speech. I would not have thought that freaking purple hair was a girl, but I guess I just kind of expected that they were all girls or like red right there. Like of course the black guy, well, black outfit guy was gonna be a guy, but otherwise, yeah, wouldn't have guessed that. Then again, I also wouldn't have thought Blake was a girl, so meh. Can't judge a book by its cover, am I right? Well, no, I won't have to be wrong about the voices.
Welcome all students of Phoenix
I
University
just
to
go
the
off with the
annual
voices, but you
evaluation
know,
duel.
odds are
The
when
terms
Chris
for
gets
this are very
smittiness,
simple.
the voices
A student on the
speak
verge
brand,
of being
speech
able to
voices.
graduate duels a student from the dorm that they can graduate to. If they win, they get to move up to the next dorm, and if they lose, they either stay in their dorm or if they performed super poorly they move a dorm down. Now let's not waste any time and get on with the first duel. Up first, you know him, you probably hate him, he's one of the best students in the Magician's Purple dorm. David Talk.
That's a pretty good creation.
And his
of him.
challenger. The rising star from the
It's
Stardust
about what I would
Blue
expect for
dorm.
David Talk.
The pop idol sensation. Navy Leilani.
So you're the Stardust Blue loser I'm supposed to squash the hopes and dreams of. Humph. Fine with me, you shall rue the day you dared to challenge the great and
Oh,
powerful
I do
David Talk.
say, I do
You sure
kind
talk a
of wish
lot,
I could
but
have
let's see if you can actually walk the walk.
But I
Time to put your
suppose
deck
it's
where
what
your
I have
mouth
to
is,
do.
David. Get set to get decked.
Fine then,
Marika,
Get
what's
your
the
game
text
on.
speech
Let's
range?
duel.
since I'm in a higher ranked dorm, I will make the first move.
Very well.
I draw. Oh, this hand is absolutely perfect. I'll start by normal summoning my clockwork gadget. Using his effect I will add one clockwork monster from my deck to my hand.
The
Next,
beetle.
since I control a clockwork monster I can special summon my clockwork beetle. Now, by revealing my clockwork wyvern in my hand, I can special summon my clockwork golem. Now, I will use my beetle's effect. By tributing my clockwork gadget, I can draw a card and reveal it, and if the card I revealed is a clockwork monster, I can add a polymerization or a clockwork spell or trap from my deck to my hand. Perfect. Next,
Turtle.
since I control a clockwork monster, I can special summon Clockwork Wyvern from my hand, and I'll use his effect to add power bonds to my hand. Now, I'll activate polymerization. Now, I'll fuse together my Clockwork Beetle, Wyvern, and Turtle. With these three monsters, I create the perfect unity of steampunk machinery. Descend onto the battlefield and victory shall come to us like clockwork. I fusion summon Clockwork Dragon. Since Clockwork Turtle was used as a fusion material, I can draw
It's
one
not the
card.
true ace of the archetype.
Next
but
I will
it's
use my
essentially the
Golem's
boss
special
monster in a
ability,
sense,
allowing me to resurrect my Clockwork gadget with its effects negated. Next, I'll use the spell card Power Bond. I fuse together my Clockwork Dragon with my Clockwork gadget. With this flux of power, I create and bring forth the ultimate life form. Mechanical dragon made of solid gold, descend onto this battlefield and turn the world into the machine utopia you desire. I fusion summon Clockwork Paradox Dragon. Now, not only is Clockwork Paradox Dragon's attack doubled thanks to Power Bond, but he also gains 500 attack points for each Clockwork monster in my graveyard. I shall now use
1,500.
Paradox Dragon's special ability, allowing me to equip Clockwork Dragon to it from my graveyard, and thus, my Paradox Dragon gains Dragon's effects. Next, I will activate another polymerization, fusing together Clockwork Golem with the Clockwork Knight in my hand. I fusion summon Clockwork Prince. Now, I'll use Prince's special ability, allowing me to dump a fusion spell from my deck to replicate its effects. I'll banish my Clockwork Polymer, and so, I special summon Clockwork Coffee Pot, and my Coffee Pot gets fused with my Prince. With these two monsters I fusion summon His Highness Clockwork King. Since Coffee Pot was used as a fusion material, I can add a Clockwork spell or track from my deck to my hand. Finally, I'll set 2 cards face down, and that will end my turn, Peasant. Oh, and thanks to Paradox Dragon, the damage I would take from Power Bond is halved. Make your move.
I draw. First, I'll activate the field spell card, Drizzle Idle Venue. When it is activated, I can add a Drizzle Idle card from my deck to my hand. Next, by banishing a card from my deck, I can special summon the Tuna monster, Drizzle Idle, Riviere. Using her effect, I can add a Drizzle Idle card from my deck
Drizzle
to my hand.
Idle, that's
And
it.
now, Drizzle Idle, Nikita's effect activates from my banished zone. Since a sea serpent was summoned while she was in the banished zone, I can special summon her. Now, I'll tune together Riviere and Nikita. Synchro summon. Level 6. Drizzle Idle, Fleur. Now I'll use Fleur's effect. By banishing 2 cards from my deck, I can send 1 monster you control to the graveyard, so Paradox Dragon goes bye-bye.
Sorry, but you won't. I activate my Paradox Dragon's special ability. By paying 500 of my life points, I can activate a trap card from my hand, so I'll activate Clockwork Leapback.
Yeah, it's
This
kind
will
of trap.
negate your Little Mermaid's effect and destroy her. And as a little bonus, I gain 1,000 life points.
Honestly, Dave, I should thank you for doing that.
What?
Since now, I can go off without any problems.
Huh? What do you mean?
Let's crack on with it. I normal summon Deep Sea Diva. Using her effect, I'll special summon Atlantean Heavy Infantry from my deck. Thanks to my infantry, I can normal summon an additional Sea Serpent monster. So I'll extra normal summon Drizzle Idle, Nika. Now, I'll tune together Nika with Deep Sea Diva. Synchro summon. Level 4. Drizzle Idle, Kali. Now, by banishing a card from my deck, I can special summon Drizzle Idle, Shizuku, and she will let me resurrect Drizzle Idle, Nikita from my banished zone. Now, I tune together my infantry, Nikita, and Shizuku. Synchro summon. Level 7. Drizzle Idle, Olivia. Now, I'll
So
use
many
Olivia's
waifus.
special ability. By banishing a card from my hand, I can banish the Clockwork Paradox Dragon on your field, and the Clockwork Turtle in your graveyard. And as a cherry
like a
on top,
Trish.
I can banish the top card of my deck.
I won't let you. I activate my trap card Clockwork Collection. By sacrificing my Paradox Dragon, I can draw 2 cards. And since
Nice.
the monster I sacrificed was a fusion monster, make that 3.
Fine then, but your turtle is still banished. Alright. Next, I'll use the effect of Drizzle Idle Jewel in my banished zone, by sending it to my graveyard. I can add 2 sea serpent monsters with 1500 or less attack in my banished zone to my hand. And in case you didn't know, Toki, my field spell banishes any card that is sent to my graveyard. Now, I'll use the effect of Drizzle Idle Chorus in my banished zone. By sending it to my graveyard, I can add a Drizzle Idle card from my deck straight to my hand, at the cost of then banishing a card out of my hand. Now, I'll activate the Drizzle Idle Jewel in my hand. I'll add Drizzle Idle Fleur back into my extra deck, and then, I'll put Drizzle Idle Climax face up in my spell or trap zone. Now, I'll use Climax's special ability. By shuffling 2 of my banished cards into my deck, I can target 1 card you control and destroy it, so say goodbye to your king.
Not so fast. I'll use King's special ability. I can return my Clockwork Dragon from my graveyard into my extra deck, and by doing so, I can banish Olivia.
Big mistake. When Olivia is destroyed or banished by a card effect, her effect activates. So I can resurrect 2 Drizzle Idle monsters from my banished zone. I bring back Nikito and Shizuku. Now, I'll tune together Nikito and Shizuku. Synchro Summon. Level 5. Drizzle Idle, Sylvia. And now, battle.
Looks like Gura.
Kami, Sylvia. Attack David Tok directly. End this duel.
As long as Drizzle Idle, Sylvia is on the field, if there is a Drizzle Idle Synchro monster in your banished zone and another face-up Drizzle Idle monster on your side of the field, your opponent cannot activate card effects from the graveyard or special summon monsters from the graveyard.
Oh crap.
Wait, what?
You just lost, David.
How could I lose? My deck is the most up-to-date deck there is.
Clearly not.
It's simple, really. You underestimated me because I am, or should I say, was, a Stardust Blue. Maybe in the future, try not to underestimate your opponents so much.
Sometime later. Good for her, she got the win.
You know, Navy. Taking an extended break from school to go on this little cruise was a great idea.
I sure hope
I've
the
never
university
felt so
doesn't get
refreshed
blown
and
up
ready to
while
head
we're
back to
gone.
class.
Xander actually being excited to go to school for once. Wow, this cruise really did change him. Are we sure it's not the seasickness?
Oh shut it, Captain Prude. You were the one that spent the whole cruise brooding and not even dipping your toes in the pool. I don't wanna hear anything from you.
Guys, calm down. We're gonna set sail back to Phoenix University tonight, so we still have some time to enjoy to ourselves.
Asriel is right. We should be enjoying the time we have before we set sail back to Phoenix University. I also can't wait to greet the winners of the Lancer tournament.
Guys, look at the news.
Huh? What's going on?
This is Nicole Smith reporting live from Battle City News. It is a sad day today in the Pendulum Dimension as the prestigious Dual Academy, Phoenix University, was blown to smithereens due to a terrorist attack caused by an unknown terrorist group called the Organization of the Forgotten. The motivation behind the explosion or this group's goals as a whole are still unsure, but the Lancers have promised to keep us informed. In the meantime, in about 3 hours we will hold a memorial for all the students that died in the explosion. We mourn their loss and grief with their families.
Phoenix University blew up?
Oh no. Guys, where will we go to school now? Our school's now a crater in the ground.
Xander. Everyone. Calm down. We will make it through this, surely Aster won't leave us hanging. We will probably just end up getting transferred to another academy.
The Wheeler Academy.
For now though, we'll need to hold on and wait for what Aster's decision is. So all we can do is wait.
Elias is right. We should just wait for now and see what'll happen to us. But one thing's for sure. I'm not abandoning you guys.
And then they didn't, and that's how Team ANEX was formed. It was a good episode. So they all came from Phoenix University originally and then had to be transferred over to the Wheeler Academy. Makes sense. I imagine that's how it would go down. Good to see the beginning of text speech. I would not think Red would be a guy, but then again, that might just be Drake Scales running out of robot voices. Gotta break in the new stuff. So maybe it's not a guy, maybe it's a case like Blake. So, I don't know. If if the main team is 3 girls and a guy, I guess the opposite would be 3 guys and a girl. Then I thought it was more 50-50. I don't know. I don't know anything about this group. Well, no, I know more about the group now, but I gotta get to know more of them in the future. They're our Team Juniper in a sense. Dang, and they just managed to be formed and all get to be Magician's Purple. Dang. And then their school blew up. Darn it! We finally made it in life! Oh. What are you gonna do? Still a good episode to check out though. Get to see Edith's new team form, and probably get to see more of them in the future. Which is always good. Hopefully next week I can actually do the deck profile and actually work correctly. I hope. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, all that jazz. Yeah. Later.